my name is Emma, and today I am doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I don't know why, but this is one of the tags that I've been avoiding for a while, and a couple of people on BookTube have just been recently doing it again, and I decided that I wanted to do it. So this tag was created by the Book Archer, and I wish I could remember the amount of people that tagged me in this a while back, but if I can think of anyone, I will link them below too. So basically the premise of this tag is just to share your unpopular opinions on books. So considering I have some strong feelings about some books, I'm excited to do this tag. Question 1 is a popular book that you do not like. I'm going with The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I read this book over a year ago, and I really wasn't a fan of it. I had to have someone spoil it for me because I just could not stand these switching perspectives, not knowing who was who. The Infinite Sea is one of my least favorite books of the year, and I know there's just so many people out there that are like, The Fifth Wave is the best alien book in the entire world, you have to read it, but I really just don't like it. I am excited for the movie to come out. Like, the movie looks pretty epic, and Chloe Grace Moretz, guys, like, come on, you gotta see it. I think the movie is definitely gonna be better than the book in my opinion. I just think it'll be translated better on screen, and I will be picking up the third book in this series just to see if there is an improvement. Maybe I will like the third book the best, but The Fifth Wave, not my cup of tea. Question number 2 is a book or series that everyone seems to hate but you love. For those of you who've been watching my channel for about a year now, you probably know that I absolutely love the 50 Shades of Grey series by E.L. James. I don't know what it is, like, the writing is not good. This is not high quality literature in like any sense. But the premise of the book is just like fun and interesting, and I haven't read a book like this. I just really enjoyed myself while reading it. I flew through these books, and so there are people out there that haven't read this book that hate it, so like, you're irrelevant, and I'm not even going to discuss you in this video, because you know I rambled on about those people for 12 minutes straight a couple months ago. And then there's people that don't like this book because they don't like this book, and like, I completely understand why anyone would not like this book. Like, I get it, I know, guys, I've read the book, I understand, but I just had so much fun reading them, and like, I just really like the characters. I feel like they're both really interesting. I just don't know what it is about 50 Shades of Grey. I had so much fun reading this book. I love Christian as a really complex character. I just think it's super different, and like, I always love controversial things, so that might have something to do with it. But I love 50 Shades of Grey, and none of you people who are afraid of BDSM are going to change my mind. Question number 3 is a book where the main character ends up with the character you did not want them to end up with, or an OTP that you do not like. I think I've said this before in a video, but I'm going with The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Now, this series is not completed, and I said in whatever video it was that I just had a feeling that the way it was going to end is because this is a love triangle, that Cassie, the main character, is going to end up with one of the other people in the love triangle named Dean. And I don't like Cassie with Dean. I like her with Michael, the other person. And I just love Cassie and Michael together. Like, I feel like her and Michael's relationship is just super fun and light and real, and I feel like that's what Cassie really needs. And her relationship with Dean is like super cold and like serious, and like, I don't like them together. And so because I don't have the next book yet, I don't even know if this is just a trilogy or if it's going to continue, but I really just don't like her with Dean, and like, I have like this gut feeling that she's gonna end up with Dean, so I'm not prepared. Question number 4 is a popular genre that you don't normally reach for. I'm gonna have to go with historical fiction on this one. I've read a couple books that take place in a different timeline, but I feel like other genres overtake the fact that it's historical fiction. So the only book that I've actually read that is historical fiction is The Book Thief, and I loved The Book Thief. But when I'm reading a book and it takes place in the past and like the is different, I can't get into them as much as something that takes place in modern times. I love the concept of historical fiction. Like, if this makes sense, my favorite episodes of Doctor Who are always the ones where the Doctor goes back in time and meets like real life people, so it's like a historical fiction episode. But with historical fiction books, I just can't get into them enough. Like, I don't really have any on my shelf that I want to read, or any at Barnes & Noble that I want to read. I'm just generally not as interested at the moment. Hopefully someday I will like historical fiction more, but for now, I'm gonna stick with my urban fantasy books. Question number 5 is a beloved character that you do not like. Now, I was looking at my shelf, and I can't really think of any like really beloved characters that I don't like, so I'm gonna do the opposite for this one and do a hated character that I love. I guarantee you can all guess who I'm gonna pick, right? I'm going with Sebastian Morgenstern from the Mortal Instruments series. It's like I could almost hear Cassie and Sierra were groaning across the country when I said that. I love Sebastian Morgenstern so much. Like, my favorite character list is Jace Wayland and Sebastian Morgenstern, like, right behind him. I think Sebastian is just the most interesting character in the entire world. He's a total psychopath, and it's amazing. Right here where my shirt is covering, I have a tattoo from the Mortal Instruments series, and it's the quote that's on Sebastian's bracelet, and I could literally take 20 minutes to fully explain why I got this tattoo, and it's totally because of Sebastian. Oh my god, my baby, I just love him so much. My obsession with him is so disgusting. Like, I'm embarrassed sometimes because he'll just say the creepiest shit to Clary, and I'm just like, ugh, my babe. And I know everyone hates him because, like, he's evil, and, like, he tried to destroy the Shadowhunters, but, like, I just love him so much. Question number 6 is a popular author that you can't get into. Out of all of the authors that I've read that I don't like, I can't really think of any of them as like popular enough for everyone to be like, oh, I can't believe you don't like them. And I just generally enjoy all of the books that I read. Like, it's very rare for me not to really like a book. And like, I know the point of this tag is to talk about books and stuff we don't like. But it's really rare for me not to like a book. Like, I just generally enjoy everything I read. I guess, like, I'm super in tune with myself when I'm picking a book to read. So I don't really have an answer for this one. Question number 7 is a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. I made a whole video a while ago about sex in YA, and just the standards for sex and the expectations for sex in YA are my biggest problem with the genre as a whole. I just feel like it's super generic. I feel like every single YA sex scene is written the same. I think every plot line for sex in YA is the same. I feel like it's totally unrealistic and sets the most ridiculous standards for teenage sex. There is so much I would change about sex as a whole in YA, and I can't stand to see it anymore. I've been reading more books where sex is more of an open topic, and I absolutely love that because it is just so important at this age to understand sex. But yeah, this whole having sex because you're gonna die the next day and that being the person that you're with forever, I'm not feeling it. Question number 8 is a popular series that you have no interest in reading. There are very few books that I'm like, I'm never going to read this, like, I just don't want to. But one book that I don't think I will ever get to and I really don't have a lot of interest in is the Outlander series. I know so many people are like these die-hard Outlander fans, but first of all, I feel like a lot of them haven't even read the books and watched the TV show. But those books are so massive, and like, I don't know what it's about, and I have no desire to read those books. Maybe one day I'll watch the TV show and I'll want to read the books, but for now I have no interest in it whatsoever. And now for question 9, the saying goes the book is always better than the movie, but what is a special situation where you liked the movie better than the book? I'm going with a fan favorite adaptation, and that is the Sea of Monsters by No, this isn't the book I choose. My real answer for this question is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. This is my least favorite book in the Hunger Games series, but when I saw Mockingjay, I absolutely loved it. I feel like the way this book is written is just super depressing, and like, not much happens, but like a lot happens. I don't know how to describe it, but basically the whole Hunger Games fandom does not like Mockingjay. And so as any fan, I went to see Mockingjay Part 1 and I absolutely loved it. I felt like just everything about that movie was so right, and it was the way the book should have been written. I love Mockingjay Part 1 so much, and I know I'm gonna love Mockingjay Part 2, and this is definitely one of those situations where I'm 100% going to say the movie was better than the book. Okay, so that is it for the Unpopular Opinions book tag. God, I don't know who hasn't done this tag yet. I apologize if I'm tagging you and you've already done it, because like everyone in the world has already done this tag. I'm going to be tagging Michael Book Lion, Selena from OXXNap13, Sierra from Sierra Reads. I feel like Brittany's already done it, but I'm going to tag Brittany from Brittany's Book Find anyways. I feel like Red from Little Red Reader's already done it, but I'm going to tag her anyways. I'm going to tag Chloe from Blondie's Books. I'm going to tag Samantha from Samantha's Books. I'm going to tag Bryn from Bryn's Bookshelf, and Danielle from Simply Thoughtful Books. And let me think of one more person to make it an even 10. I'm going to tag Molly from Magical Molly. And I can probably guarantee you that all 10 people have already done this tag, but oh well, your tag. That is it for this video, and I will see you soon for a new one. Bye!